So we wanted to take what we're working on and go right to the GED test. And this is a great example of where we're going to use what we've learned. So here's a question that is very predictable. They're gonna, something like this will be on the GED test. This question itself was written by GED, so we want to get to know how they write their questions. They're saying these group of numbers, we want to organize them from lowest to highest, least to greatest. We want to visualize it like you're stacking up the grandkids, put the shortest ones over here, tallest ones over here, and that's what we're looking for. Now, here's a test taking strategy called putting the answers on trial. We don't have to mess with the group that they gave us. Instead, one of these has to be perfect, which means if one is 99% right, it's 100% wrong. So the first thing first, we see two fractions. They're mixing fractions and decimals, which isn't so bad. So we're just going to take those two fractions and do our skill. 5/8, 3/5. Which one is greater or larger?
So then we'll cross multiply, Jeff.
You got it. So that would be 25. And this one would be 24. So 5/8 is bigger or greater, or if he was a kid, he'd be taller. So it should come second. We're ignoring the decimals for right now. 3/5 comes first here. 5/8 is second. So that is correct. The bigger number should be second. This one has 5/8 first and 3/5 second. That means it's wrong. And the other ones have 3/5 and then 5/8, 3/5, and 5/8. By doing one little skill, we eliminated a choice. And which one? It was this one. Now we can solve the rest of this by just taking the decimals real quick. We have 0.575, 0.7, and 0.62. And like our man Chick always says, when it comes to decimals, it doesn't hurt to think of it as money. So we're going to slap a 0 on here, okay, because zeros are free. You can throw a 0 at the end of anything and it doesn't do anything to it. So this is 57.5 cents. That's 57 cents and a little bit of leftover. So that's 57. This is 70 cents and this is 62 cents. So it should go 0.575, and then somewhere on the lines it should go 62, and then somewhere else along the lines it should go 70. So this one right here has 70 or 0.7 first. So that can't be right. So now we're down to a 50-50, and 50-50 is a great place to be because there's only 46 questions on the test. If we got down to a 50-50 on everything and flipped a coin, we'd get 23 right because that's half. And to pass, we want to get 26 right. So A and B are no good. We didn't do much math to get there, but we figured it out. I'm going to answer that in a second. So the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to figure out which one of these is bigger. Oh my gosh, sorry, I got to answer this.
Answer it.
Hello? All right. We're still recording. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to 57.5 and 3/5. Now we're so comfortable with fractions now. If we could, we would type it. We would remember they're just division problems. We would type that into a calculator and get an answer. But this is definitely a question where we can't use a calculator. There's 46 questions. We can use a calculator 41 out of those 46 questions. This is going to be one of those 5. So we're going to have to kick this thing out and do it by hand.
Right.
So that's what that looks like. And just quick division, 5 does not go into 3.
So I put a
Decimal.
decimal and a 0.
Yep, because zeros are free.
Uh-huh.
0 down,
That'll be
5 goes into 30 6 times.
6 times.
That's our answers, 0.6, but we think of everything in terms of money when they're decimals. So 3/5 is 60 cents. 60 cents is less than, I'm sorry, more than 0.575. So this one is correct, because this is 60 cents. So we knocked out A because that was wrong. We knocked out B because we can compare fractions real quick. We knocked out this one because we know to divide down. That's why this is a great question for us on GED. We want to look forward to it. These are tedious questions. They're doable. They take a little bit of time, but we now have all the skills to get these. We don't, not just to do well, but to get them right 100% of the time.